I'm Nafisa, and today we are going to work with recyclable material, and our recyclable material for today is cosmetics. So we will be using expired cosmetic that we would often throw, but little that we realize that it all the toxins that are there, they kind of pollute the land as well as the water. So we will try to use them or reuse them in order to create something artistic, creative, and helping not only the environment but also creating something beautiful that we could later on probably give our loved ones. So, just to start with, I will just give some basic information that you can use. I have already I've already used these, and I would be using. I've already taped it because I would like some clean edges. But if you want, you can just do it without the tape. And please make sure that you have some kind of a scrap paper that is there, and so that it protects your table, specifically if it's white. You can use any kind of paper. It's I have taken a little watercolor sheet because it's comparatively stronger, and it can hold a lot of moisture. If you want, you can use this one as well. So this is black canson paper, so you can use this. So the choice of material is absolutely up to you. You can even use a regular sketchbook that you get in the dollar store, like this. So absolutely up to you what you want to use it. Getting ready. So first we will start with something as a base, like we work for a normal painting. We will just create the base, and the base we will create with the foundation. This is the foundation that I'm using, and we will use a little bit of bronze as well. And definitely the most important thing is to wear your gloves, because this is definitely going to protect your fingers and skin, because we are using recyclable material, we are using expired cosmetics. So if it is uh, um, dangerous or not suitable for our skin on our face, so definitely specifically people who are allergic um, and have sensitive skin. Does at least cover our major part, and we will be using I will be using a stick to scrape this off. You can use a small plate if you want, and just scrape it off with the help of a stick. Just like we would use paint. So we can just scrape it with the help of a stick, a toothpick, or whatever you have. And you can sprinkle it on here so that it's easy to work. And then we will just rub in to get the background. As you can see, we're getting the bones. And as you can see, we will not use anything else, either water or anything to mix with it, just straight from the from the boxes onto the paper or canvas, whichever you may prefer. And all we have to do is just rub in. If anyone would like to create their own art piece during the workshop, we would love to see it by the end of it. And it would be great if you share your creative outcome as well. So, since it's the festive season, so we will be going by the festive season and draw the Christmas tree. It's absolutely up to you if you really want to draw out the outline, or if you just want to just do it after you make the base. It's absolutely your choice. So we can see that because of the texture of the paper, we have got some texture here. And now we will make sure that all the ends are properly done. You can always keep a tissue or a towel handy so that we can just wipe your fingers. And now going with green. If you want, you can add on more bronze if you want to get a darker shade, but I think for now it's good for me. And the choice of color basically depends or the use depends upon the kind of colors that you get. Usually green is not found as much, so you will find very limited shades of green. But if you are lucky and you do get different shades, you can come up with something more and something more vibrant. Just spreading this. And again, the same. We will try to rub it in or just press over it. And it's something that we should remember, that since it's cosmetics and they have certain ingredient that allows them to stay moist and wet for a long period of time. So for sure, it is not going to dry as fast as acrylic. Um, you can presume something like probably a week. It may dry faster, but it may take up to a week or more to dry. You can work on it, but if you're trying to frame it, it's better that you make sure that it has all dried before you frame it. Otherwise, it may smudge. It takes some more. If you want, you can just use a dropper, or if you want, you can just use a small spoon to use it. But I find it convenient to just crush it and just put it direct on the surface that I'm working on, so we get a little surface of our. Now we will be taking our mascara, basically using the brush of the mascara and trying to at any point of time, if you feel you want to modify it, go ahead and do that. Like I said earlier, that it will take a while to settle down. So we have a Christmas tree ready, and now let's add on to some decoration. So this is something, if you have something pointed like this, it's this is basically a lip liner, and you can just add on to the decoration. And please feel, so like I said, that depending upon the choice of colors you have, you can go with them. And I have usually a very limited palette of usually pastels and pink and red, so I'm using what. So here is the lip gloss. So lip gloss, since it is more on the liquid side, it might take a little longer. So depending upon what is the nature of your cosmetic that you're using, like for instance, lip gloss is tend to be more liquidy. It will take a more time to dry, whereas something like a liner or a pencil, it may take lesser time. You want to add something? Oops, sorry. Just add a little gloss. You can also use, if you are using this and you want it to dry faster, you can also use a fixative that you get, and usually fixatives to make sure that the grains stick onto the surface. If you think they are too expensive, you can also use your hairspray that acts as a cheaper version of fixative. So, and it's basically all about exploring what all you have. So you can explore the options, all the colors and the options that you have. You can always explore them, and the more the better. skin, we're using the mascara in order to create this. And all right, so we have our Christmas tree ready. Here we are. If you want to add more embellishment, you can, use stickers as well on top of it. And of course, you can use a Sharpie if you want once it dries a little, and then you can just make it as a greeting card. So this was one going with the festive season. I hope everyone can see that. All right. So let's get on with our next one, and we can have anything that is there. We can use, the surface. Again, we have to do the surface first. So we will be again using our foundation. All right, so now we are going to work on our second one, and we have put the foundation, so we are going to use another one. We are going to use this one, this bronze, and just let's take a little bit of it. I've already crushed it, so and depending upon the surface also, you will require the amount of the Crush Cosmetic. It is always better to crush if it's eyeshadow, or if it's the powder. It's always better that you crush it and mix it. It is always preferred that you have your background dried. That way you will have, less difficulty in terms of working on the surface. You can work when it is a little wet. It's just that, sometimes it can be a little tricky. So unlike the previous one, we have got a darker shade. So of course, the choice of colors that we use will also vary. If you want to use the same colors, you can use that. Like I said, that since I use a limited palette, usually pastels or light browns. So let us just wait for this to settle in. So now we're going to make a bird. And to make a bird, we can just, like I said, that it can be a little tricky if the surface is point. You can use a sharp, like etching. You can just use this. So I'm basically scraping out thing because just to get a form. So you can use, I'm using the coffee stick, the stirrer that you usually get at Tim Hortons or any of the coffee shop to stir your coffee. You can also use an empty pen or any sharp thing. Try not to use a cutter or a craft knife, because then it might just peel or cut your paper. You can use a pencil as well. You can use a pencil that you can use to the sharp point this, and then you can of course wipe it out once you're done. So it's like you are working and you are doing the etching, because apparently this one is much more thicker than the background that we did in the previous one. And of course you can explore different possibilities. So this is just something basic that you can do. If you want, you can try with different colors. You can try with more options. Anything of your choice, any theme. Like I said that, bird and shape. Draw a dog or a cat. So we are basically etching, like the scratch art that we get in dollar store. So we are using the same technique in order to make this. You can see that. We have almost got the shape of the bird. Once we have done that, you just add some more details to it if you want. Again, I'm using the lip gloss just to give a texture to. And then again, using a mascara, we will give it some texture to the feathers. So you will be using the same technique like you use usually to paint. It's just that you have to a little improvise on depending upon the type of cosmetics that you're using. Are you using lip gloss? Are you using a liner? Um, you know, eyeshadow, what you're using. If you want to add some more details at the back, you can do that as well. And give it different shades. The more you want to blend into different colors, the more you need to press it in and just rub it on. You can see that how we have used two shades. We have tried to use a lighter shade and then a darker shade there, and just to create a contrast. And since we etched it, it has the edgy texture, as well as we have added some colors to it using and given texture with the mascara brush, and lip gloss we have used for the feathers that are there. So this we have our second one. If we make the background, thank you. Definitely, because we can experiment. Like I said, that we can experiment. Like we use colors, different colors. We can experiment with the cosmetic as well. So I'm just going to show you what is the difference, because earlier we used the foundation as well as a bronze in order to make the background. So now I'm just using a bronze, and let's see what is the difference. It's just like preparing your surface for the final artwork. And like always, in order to make sure that it reaches the entire surface, we need to wrap it in, and wherever there is anything less is there, then we need to make sure that we add more to it. So now you see this is one with the direct the bronze, and we haven't used a foundation. So the surface that we get is a little more patchy, unless and until you are aiming to get this kind of a background. Whereas when we mix it with foundation, we get an even coat, and that allows us, if you want to add more or more to it. So now we will just be creating our flowers. We are using the liner, and like we have the pencil. So we are trying to create lotus. We have just given a little idea, as in like just the petals, and now we are going to work on it. Using the mascara brush, we are just going to need be to just trim it off your. And in case if you haven't realized that apart from etching and using the paint technique, we are also doing something that is called finger painting. So we're using fingers to paint it. Definitely that has a very therapeutic how the sketchy flowers kind of, depending upon how blur or how well defined image do we want, we can do that. There is no actually a right or wrong way to do it. It's just that what you are comfortable in, and what are the different things that happen. Like I showed you before, using a bronzer and the foundation gives you a very even surface, whereas if you just put apply bronzer, it kind of gives you a very patchy one, unless and until you kind of just rub it in to make the surface even. So if you want more of some more green. And then again, since I want to make a variation in the top and bottom, so I will make the bottom part a little more darker. And since you want to blend it in the background, just make us. Just make the fuzz a little more bright. So we're using a lipstick. if you feel that you want to add more, like I said, at any point of time while you're creating, you can always just a little more green. So it may not turn out exactly like a normal painting, but definitely will give you a good way to be environmentally responsible. And like I said, that depending upon the colors, or the choice of colors, you may get the results as well. And also a disclaimer that once these paintings dry, they may tend to look a little different in terms of the colors. Okay, they might appear to be a little different, but I'm sure they're going to look gorgeous. So we have our 3 works ready. So our bird is here. Oops. This is our bird. These are a lotus. Something like an abstract art. And for sure, this is celebrating the festive occasion and a Christmas tree. So it's up to you if you let it dry, and then you can just write Merry Christmas or Season's Greeting, or you can have a sticker as well. So I guess, do you have any questions? Would anyone like to share what if they created something during the workshop? Any of the participants, if they would like to share? All right, so we are at the end of the workshop, and this is how you can create and explore your creativity using expired cosmetics. So instead of next time when you have any expired cosmetics, you can just think and probably give it a try to explore your creativity and put it to some aesthetic use as well.